who are you fooling? If you went into a coaching relationship and you are trying to impress your coach, you are coming up with all of these things, you are putting a mask and you are hiding certain things from your coach, and you are not honest. You are not completely honest with your coach. You are not transparent to your coach, because you are essentially blocking yourself from benefiting from that relationship with your coach. It is therefore, the coach may or may not see beyond the facade that you will put up. But what you will be doing, you will be spending that half an hour, 45 minutes or an hour with that coach, wasting your time. Meanwhile, the coach is getting paid. Think about it this way. If you come to God in prayer and you say, hey, God, I'm okay today. I feel good. I'm strong. My life is all right. Welcome to the Monologue with Zibuse L Kunene. It's a monologue on video, but it is a dialogue on the comment section. Make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, and share this video as wide and as far as possible, especially this series that I'm going to be sharing with you. It's a series of thoughts about the kind of people that you need in your life in order for you to succeed, in order for you to be an all-rounder, to put it in a way. And these people are important. It's definitely not an exhaustive list, but it is definitely a list of people that you at least need in your life. I've been thinking about this, and especially from my own life as well, that it's very important that we have these 5 people. Because when you have these 5 people, they're able to assist you in the different areas of your life. And it doesn't always have to be the same 5 people. One person can come into your life at a particular season of your life, at a particular growth. One person can come in for a specific part of your life, be it social, be it corporate, be it business, wherever, family. Wherever you feel you need to grow, then you have that relevant person. And it's important that you also have a list, or that you have these 5 people in mind. So I'm not going to give you all of these 5 people in the same episode. So what I'm going to do, I'll record the different 5 people, but then segment it into 5 different episodes, so that you are able to sit with one and then go through it and repeat it, so that I also don't rush you through it. You are able to sit with it, repeat it until it sinks into your mind, and you are able to use this going forward. So grab your favorite beverage, sit back, relax, grab a popcorn. Maybe this episode will be finished before you finish your popcorn, either way. So one of the 5 people that you need in your life is a coach. And I want you to think about a coach from a sporting perspective, where I'm going to use soccer because we've just come out of the World Cup, Soccer World Cup. We've just come out of, rugby as well. Different sporting codes in South Africa have been playing, and they have coaches. Teams have coaches. Even individuals have coaches. Sporting or athletes have coaches. And it's important to have a coach. Think about it this way. One of the most celebrated players, or few of the most celebrated players, few of the most well-known players, they've got an agent, and then they have a coach who is within a team. The coach is coaching the entire team, and even the club itself would sometimes have a goalkeeper coach and a players coach, and they would have a strikers coach, and they would have a different coach for each element, but there's an overall coach, and they would have a technical team. So there's always a group of people helping the team to perform. So think of yourself as the team. or even part of a team. So think of yourself in that context. And within the team, there are players. And here's what I also want you to remember is that whenever a coach changes and a different coach comes with a different philosophy, even though this is not entirely applicable when it comes to this particular life coach, a coach determines the trajectory of the team. The team can either do well or the team can do horrendously terrible. And I know it's probably doesn't go together, but you get my point. So a coach can make or break the team. Think about, well, I'm going to go there. Think about Manchester United. There was a time in an era where they were the best team. And then they changed the coach, who is the manager effectively. And the team just went into a different trajectory. And they lost their status. And things may have changed later, but it also gives you an indication of what happens when a team has the right coach. Think about Bafana Bafana. We've had Hugo Broos for 5 years, and look at what Bafana Bafana were able to achieve. And again, it's different because with a sporting code, or with a team like a soccer team, the coach chooses who to put in and out of the team in terms of substitute or in terms of constituting the team, which changes the dynamic of the play. But in life coaching, the role of a coach is very different. And people tend to think and use coach and mentor synonymously when they are actually two different roles and two different people. If you think about a coach or a life coach, their role is not to be there with you. A coach does not necessarily have to be someone who has been where you are or who has been where you want to go. A coach is someone who is standing at arm's length, looking at your life, and they're able to guide you. They're able to ask you questions that get you to reflect internally. But I think I'm jumping ahead of myself. But what I want to read this for you. You may have the potential to succeed, but potential does not always recognize its own blind spots. You can be gifted, disciplined, and determined, yet still remain trapped in patterns you cannot see. This is why you need a coach. A coach helps you see yourself clearly, confront what limits you, and act on what you already know. A coach does not live your life for you, so they will not definitely do that. They ask the questions you avoid, challenge the excuses you protect, and hold you accountable to the person you said you wanted to become. They help you close the gap between intention and action. They do not give you power. They help you recognize and use the power that God has already placed inside of you. Even the strongest people need perspective. Even the wisest people need counsel. Growth, therefore, becomes difficult when you only listen to your own voice. A coach gives you a different lens, a structured process, and a safe space in which to think, reflect, and grow. You do not need a coach because you're weak. You need a coach because your purpose is too important to be left to chance. Find someone who will challenge you, sharpen you, and help you follow through. And that's what basically a coach can do for you. A coach can help you realize things that you had never in your mind believed that you are capable of doing or capable of achieving. A coach can walk the journey with you, but they will not walk the journey for you, meaning that you still need to do the work. And it's also realistic to say if you're going into a coaching relationship, and that's what I call it, a coaching relationship or a coaching journey, you don't schedule your sessions so close to each other, because that does not give you time to process and work through what you have been discussing during the coaching sessions. A good coach helps you firstly to think, and they help you challenge all the misconception or the conception, the beliefs, the values, the principles that you hold in your life, and also give you the safe space to say, these are your vulnerabilities. This is what you feel you lack. And it would be amiss of you if you went into a coaching relationship and you are trying to impress your coach. You are coming up with all of these things. You are putting a mask, and you are hiding certain things from your coach, and you are not honest. You are not completely honest with your coach. You are not transparent to your coach, because you are essentially blocking yourself from benefiting from that relationship with your coach. It is therefore important that when you come into a coaching relationship, you don't just come with, okay, let's see, especially for people who get assigned coaches, for people who get to be given a coach and said, hey, here's a coach, or at work you need to go through a program, you are up for promotion, or you've just been promoted, and then they say you need a coach, so here's a coach, and then you just go there to tick the box. The coach may or may not see beyond the facade that you will put up. But what you will be doing, you will be spending that half an hour, 45 minutes, or an hour with that coach, wasting your time. Meanwhile, the coach is getting paid for just being there. And whether you waste the coach's time or not, when you are ready, you will then derive the benefit from it. Otherwise, you might as well just not show up. You might as well just go out of that relationship. And if the relationship has been voluntary, it's very important for you to come in and say, I really want to benefit from this process, from this relationship, from this journey, and therefore I am going to come as I am. I am going to open myself up. And I want you to think about your relationship with a coach and the other people that I will share with you in the later episodes. I want you to think about your engagement with your coach, and especially when you're trying to hide something. Think about it this way. If you come to God in prayer and you say, hey, God, I'm okay today. I feel good. I'm strong. My life is all right. Who are you fooling? Because God can see every aspect of your life. He knows that you're struggling with this. You don't have a solution for that. You are being challenged in this area. This is happening. This is happening. And yet you think, no, I just don't want to burden coach. God, I don't want to burden God. I don't want to take my problems to, I'll solve them by myself. Similarly, it's pointless to come to a coach and sit in a coaching session, even when you've been forced. It is pointless for you to get into that session and just say, I'm okay. I grew up okay. I don't need anything. Everything around my life is fine. I'm perfect. And so, yeah, that's that. And you become enclosed. And here's what I want you to understand. When you have been assigned a coach, one thing you must establish from the get-go is the relationship. Do you have synergy with your coach? Do you feel that you can trust this person? Do you feel that they are for you or not? And when you feel there is no synergy, this is not somebody you can easily relate to, and even in language there's a mismatch. And then you can say, look, I'm sorry, but I just need somebody different. And the important thing about a coach is that it's because it's not about the coach, it is about you. It's important for the coach to set themselves aside and let you be the client, let you be the hero. And when the coach allows you to say, well, we are not gelling here, we are not meeting each other, I don't feel you, coach. The coach should be able to say, okay, I respect that. Then you're welcome to find another coach. No hard feelings. And you actually walk away feeling that this person actually is for me. And that's it. That's what's so important about this. I often say that when people come into the coaching sessions, I tell them, even if you never ask me how I am as your coach, it is okay. You are allowed to be selfish. You are allowed to just get in there and make it all about you. Because at the end of the day, it must be about you. How you are going to be better because of the coaching. And if you go through a coaching journey and at the end you've actually not derived anything from it, even though you've come full into the relationship, then you need to sit down with your coach and be honest. Coach, I feel I have not progressed. I feel like I'm still in the same place. Nothing has moved. And the coach should also be equally open to hear that, because the coaching relationship is also about feedback. The coach gives you feedback and the coach receives feedback about themselves through you. The coach is invested in you. It is all about you. The coach will not come in there and say, I want you to be a better person. I want you to be a superstar in this. I want you to be doing all of this. No. A coach will say that, who are you? Will ask actually, who are you? Because their role is more probing, asking questions, giving you clarity, helping you see things differently. When you are convicted in one particular aspect, in one particular view, they can help you challenge that. Actually, they can challenge it through a series of questions. And with that, all they are trying to do is get you to question why you believe in what you believe in. If the foundation upon which you believe, the things that you believe in, is not sound, is that which you believe in really worth it? Is it really sustainable? Is it really tangible? Is it worth believing in? If your coach is not challenging you and ever gets you, let me share a story, short story. I was chatting with a friend who's also a coach, and in the midst of our conversation, she asks me, why do you always explain yourself? I tried answering, and then she says, go think about it. Take a day or two. I think it's been over a month since I've been asked that question, and I still haven't come up with an answer. I keep going back to it, but I am not there yet because I keep drilling down and I question that answer. So a coach is supposed to do that. A coach is supposed to throw those questions at you that really get you to think, that really get you to reflect, that really get you to change direction, maybe change perspective. And if your coach is always agreeable to you, then there's something that you need to review. If you look at a soccer coach who's coaching a team, some of them are always on the touch lines and they are shouting and they're screaming. and they're giving instructions, do this. One thing about that is they have a plan of how the match should go, of how each player should be, and they also know the strengths of each player. And so from the outside, they are able to see what is going on in the field. They are able to see the gaps that are not being taken. And in their substitution, they are effectively saying, I want somebody who's going to perform in that role and do this. So a coach in your life, their aim is to get you to do the evaluation, to do the review, to do the monitoring, to do the interrogation. Is this that I've always believed in working? If not, then perhaps it's time to change. If it's working, how can I scale it to the other areas in my life? And once you get away from a coaching session without being challenged, have you participated, or was your coach really present? And mind you, I'm saying this as well, thinking of the people that I've coached who may also watch this, and I want them to think as well. Where are you? Have I, as your coach, challenged you? Have I pressed you? Have I made you uncomfortable? Have I challenged the things that you believe in? And if not, then I've failed you. And so we need to go back into the session, go back and do the work. And so a coach will not do that for you. They will not do the work for you. They will prompt you, they will question, and they will challenge, and they will poke. Sometimes there are things that you need to poke. Some people do need to cry during coaching sessions because there's a pain, there are things that are blocking them, that if you don't press on to those things, then nothing ever changes. And that's what I want to share with you. That's the first person you need in your life, is a coach. Maybe it does not always have to be formal. It can also be informal. But also realize that every coach, when they sit in front of you, or when you sit with them, when you engage with them, it has taken them time and skill to hone their coaching abilities. And therefore, if you come and you waste that time that you're with them and you don't work on what you've discussed, then you've basically wasted their time over and above wasting your own. Because as James says, you are like the man that looks at themselves in the mirror and walk away and forget what you look like, and you don't even get to do the work that you needed to do, paraphrased. So you shouldn't be like that person who has this powerful encounter and then poof, gone after that. So you need a coach. At which stage in your life? Now. Should have had it already. Should have had a coach already. Trust me, you need a coach. Because a coach can help you. A coach can help you into these other people in your life that I am going to share. This is Zibuse L Kunene on the Monologue. It is a monologue on video, but a dialogue on the comment section. Looking forward to seeing you on the comment section. Cheers.